Come here, bud. Come here, buddy. Why do you do that? Like, seriously, why do you keep, like, wandering off? Come here. Come here. Come here, buddy. Come on. Come here. Seriously? Come here. Oh, you're a goof. You're a goofball. Goof. Doing alright? I guess. I suppose about as good as I can be. Goof. Oh, there it is. And of course, fucking today has to just be even more shittier because fucking Roe v. Wade's all overturned, and that's a big deal and a whole big thing now too. This week's just been fucking shit. Whether it's because of the fucking country we live in or because of fucking life, but this week has just been fucking shit. I'm supposed to be like in a work at like technically 30 minutes, but I just don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna probably do this for a little bit, definitely after 2, then just head up there when I feel like it, I guess. Got thrown in Facebook jail for calling the Alabama governor fastest insinuation should play in traffic. Well, Facebook is fucking shit anyway. In a lot of ways, it's probably more toxic than fucking Twitter. So I'm kind of surprised that you don't have a bunch of random far-right psychos that live in your fucking state or in your town that are aware of you and try to fuck with you or some shit because of that. But, I mean, just because, you know, knowing my history with, or at least my experience with these fuckers, they like doing shit like that. I'm fucking cold too. I don't know why, but for some reason I feel like it. Probably just because I'm just in the garage right now. Because of the concrete floors, it cools down. And my stepdad has a far-right asset that he may be, but doesn't put up with people trying to screw with me like that, thankfully. Well, that's good, at least. You know, say what you want about, you know, like, people that might, you know, politically, ideologically oppose you and shit. I mean, you know, if it's, like, family reasons or whatever fucking reason, sometimes they will just legit be loyal as fuck and just do shit like that. I know, like from myself, like, despite, you know, so my dad's weirdness and shit, like, he definitely doesn't stand for that type of shit either, obviously. Like, he's definitely more of a weird libertarian type, but, you know, even despite the political disagreements him and I have and shit, like, he'll, you know, like, be supportive, at the very least, with, like, my shit. So it's not like it doesn't happen. Get this loaded up. All that fun shit. Go. There we go. Yay. I could definitely tell I'm just not myself right now. Usually I would have fucking had this background music up by this point. Fucking just haven't even thought about that yet. Yeah, we'll do this. Turn this down back because I don't want my fucking ears to explode. There we go. Hey, more of the country being shit. Congress expands military budgets and rejects expensive school lunches. Yeah, we're just kind of a goddamn fucking failed state. Do laws matter? Like, is our state basically just trying to just see how far they can take it with people? Like, seriously. Because, I mean, pretty much like most children that go to public school, and like a lot, or at least especially when it comes to kids in poverty, like their main source of nutritional food is school. As much as it sucks, too. Which is fucking saying something. Like, if there's public schools that, even with, you know, a lot of the foods that they don't usually get being good, like, even with that, like, it's like, kids still have to, like, basically use that as their number one source for a main meal. It's like, what the fuck? Failed state. I also find out that there's a thing called school lunch debt. Like, what? Like, that's a thing? And it can prevent you from graduating too, which could fuck up your whole life. So, yay! I remember if I didn't have money, I didn't eat at school. We just made a little too much to get free lunches. Damn. That's fucking stupid. I mean, honestly, it should just be like, hey, you're a kid, and it's lunchtime now. Here's your lunch. Like, I mean, it's like, what's it gonna instill in the kids? Like, oh, you just have to like pay for everything. Even though that's kind of like something you already kind of get to know as an adult, growing up, as a teen and shit. Like, I don't need to have that random like, oh, you gotta pay for it, you know, bullshit. You know, while getting a goddamn lunch at fucking school. It's like, seriously. Luckily, I don't gotta worry about it anymore, I guess, but fucking still. They'll hold your diploma until you pay it off, and this was like 10 years ago. Fucking stupid. I imagine it's only gotten worse since then. Oh, 100%. Especially now. That's why I say, like, a lot of fucking kids basically get their main nutritional, like, their main nutrition for the day through fucking school. I did, in a lot of ways. I mean, luckily we had enough income to have, like, free lunches, and if I wanted to, maybe get a little something extra on the side, maybe. Because of free lunches, we're able to use at least a little, at least for me, you know, whatever, like, weekly school allowance I got and shit could go into extra stuff. Like, if I wanted to maybe, like, a little more food because I was still hungry or some shit, I can go down to, like, a little local mart. Because at least in high school, during lunches, kids could go off campus and come back. And there was, like, this little corner grocery mart and shit that would go to all the time. Get, like, burritos, energy drinks, whatever the fuck. And that's usually what I did. Like, as soon as lunch hit, I went over there first, grabbed some shit, came back, grabbed some stuff from the, usually like a sandwich at our cafeteria, and then just like have like a burrito, a sandwich, and then have like an energy drink for that, and then save another one for later. Or save one for the next day. I got heated with a fellow leftist friend of mine as well. She was celebrating the end of row because she thinks this will radicalize the libs into doing something for once. Well, your friend's kind of... Well, your friend's a little bit of an accelerationist. And frankly, it's a little naive to think that. Because frankly, the only thing that people who are, quote, progressive, lib, or lefty that have any momentum right now is for labor, and even then, that's pretty fucking fickle. Outside of, like, certain places like Starbucks and shit. So, I mean, even then, it's not exactly that strong. Like, you really fucking, like, does everybody really think that, you know, the libs or leftists are actually going to do shit from this, besides the protesting? Which is good, that there's protests and people actually getting pissed off and fucking, you know, out there wanting to get radicalized and do shit, but that shouldn't have to be the fucking case. They should have been radicalized way before that to codify it. But, too late now. So now we have to go for that fucking fight again. From fucking square one. But that'll radicalize people. You know, even further and further. Which, yes, it does, but... like, it's actually going to fundamentally do something. Especially with this fucking administration. Give me a break. Gonna protest later, Huntsville. There's one in Portland tonight. And frankly, like, I'm already not necessarily in a good mood, and it would not necessarily make me feel any better. So, just given my current mental state, it's just not a good idea. It's not like I think I'd do something or whatever the fuck, like, you know, smash a window or something, but... Because frankly, knowing the protests and shit, it wouldn't, you know, apply anything like that. But still, it's just like, you know, I'm not necessarily in the right mental space considering this shit. Not really because of the, you know, state of affairs countrywide, at least. That shit, I'm pretty much, like, desensitized to that. I'll go leave my phone at home and take a burner. I'll try to get pics and videos if you're interested in that. Yeah, sure. You know what? Actually, that reminds me, I should probably hit my other buddy up, because I know my friend's gonna call in sick today. My buddy Rip City, so I can hit him up, be like, yo, take some vids and pics. Oop, there we go. What was that? What? What did you just do? He just did this little weird, like, head dance. I don't even know what it was. It was like this, like, It was so weird. I really don't even know how to even do it or describe it. I looked over at the right time to see you do the most weirdest thing, bro. Fucking goofball. My mom just got done for surgery with no complications, however, they're keeping her overnight. That usually is how it goes with surgeries that tend to be invasive and stuff. I mean, I don't think... I'm assuming it's one where she wasn't necessarily, like, cut open, but probably they just stuck stuff down the pipe, you know what I mean? I don't know how it went, but I'm assuming that's probably how they did it. But usually, especially if they do, like, open invasive cut surgeries and shit, they usually keep you overnight. Even if it's not, like, a very significant major one, because it's more so of a precautionary thing and just letting your body have some time to kind of heal a little bit. You know, so if you go home and, you know, your stitches burst, you don't have your stomach and everything else all like, oh, let's see what the world looks like. Oops. It's okay to say that you're a handsome man. Well, thank you. And it is okay. It is indeed. Simp alert. So what? Oh my god. Okay. I'm fine with it. Wouldn't be the first time. I mean, you remember how many times on Twitch people will come in here and be like, damn, you're actually kind of a sick person. What you doing, buddy? You just been on like a groom sesh all day today, bro. Do I need to get you a bath or something later tonight? Groom yourself like you're a fucking cat. Ugh. What a goofball. What a goofy dog. Audio single. I suppose. I'm currently trying to coax a little tiny kitten out from under my trailer so I can keep it inside to clean up and feed it. Aww. I know my roommate's mom actually has a couple kittens right now. And actually, because she also found out about it, she's like, hey, you know, I was probably going to take care of them for a little bit and eventually give them away for adoption. Maybe you can take one of them or something. I'm just like, yeah, well, I guess the proposition is a little too soon, I guess. But by the time that she's going to get rid of them, it's, you know, it'll be by, like, August or some shit. So, it's like, okay. But just considering how, like, soon that question popped up from a roommate, I was like, this feels too soon, bro. It's like I literally just found out hours ago. Ugh. I'm still fucking just all pissed off about that, frankly. And I'm still gonna look up and research and see about the whole legal authority of taking a fucking coyote out even though I'm in the city limits. Because I'm honestly kind of dead set on that. I want to see, you know, what I can do with that. But if not, I'll improvise. I don't gotta use a gun. Try my face off, they found out about it. Yeah. I mean, like, at least for me, I was trying to kind of keep my fucking cool about it, but, I mean, yeah. It's still something that, you know, it's gonna be affecting me for a while, honestly. Probably gonna have a couple nights like that. Fuck, I didn't even feel like getting up this morning. Become acquainted? Well, I guess we are, so to speak. I mean, just being here and chatting it up is one way to do it. See what other random shit's going on. There's a lot of stuff about the Roe v. Wade overturning. Well, actually, let's see if I can find some shit out on that. See some deets. I mean, frankly, not that there isn't really much, you know, detail to add to it. To ask your location. I mean, not exactly. I mean, I'm in the PNW, but that's about as vague, at least when it comes to being asked about it, as I'm gonna be. But beyond that, it's a... I mean, besides, like, usually like, the different stories or different things to talk about will eventually kind of imply where I'm at anyway. Which a lot, I mean, because frankly, I mean, in the PNW, I mean, I'm in Portland specifically, but that literally is about as far as I'm going, about when saying where my locale is. Because Portland's a big place. And there's also the greater Portland metro area, which is not inherently just Portland, but a bunch of other little towns as well. So... Tucson. Out in Arizona. I got just a fucking family out there in Phoenix. I've only been in Arizona once during the fucking winter in December, and it felt like summer where I'm at up here, and I'm just like, oh god. How do people live here? Like, Jesus. I couldn't handle it. Like, just being there in the winters already made me feel like, ugh, it's hot. Just being there during the fucking summers, I'm like, ugh, I don't even know. So that's fuck. Yeah, that's what I mean. Arizona is like basically just a fucking oven. Portland must be cool. It is. It is pretty dope. A lot of really cool different music scenes, bar scenes, different little venues, you know, when it comes to, you know, place to check music out and shit, cool parks and all sorts of stuff. There's still a lot of shit around here. So, like, warmer weather, yeah. I'm a little bit more warm-blooded. Actually, now just being in here, now I feel more warm. I started this all being like, I'm kind of cold, but now I'm all warm. Because also, it's meant to get hotter, and I think on Saturday it's supposed to be, like, in the 80s or some shit, and it's like, fuck. Ugh. Gross. What's up, buddy? What's up? Giving me a cute little open mouth, little smile look. What's up? You want inside? I keep seeing you going back and forth. Here. Well, let me close the gate over here, so you don't accidentally slip yourself out. Well, yeah, it feels warm out there. Oh god. Ugh. My friend lives in Eugene. I've been in Eugene a couple times. I haven't been there lately, in a long time, actually. FDA bans all Juul e-cigs. Seriously? Does the FDA know that, like, vapes and e-cigs exist outside of Juul? And also, is that kind of implying that they're going to try to crack down on other vapes and shit like that? Because that's just beyond stupid. I never know what it's for. There's been, like, probably for like a decade probably now. Like, for a long time, like, this whole big hoopla about Juuls, vapes, e-cigs, and the children, oh no, the youth, and it's just been this whole big fucking thing for, like, the longest goddamn time. And actually, funny enough, there's been a decrease in youth smoking the vapes and e-cigs and shit in the last couple years in comparison to its peak in 2019. So, if anything, the whole, like, fad about it has kind of died off at this rate, and yet they're still trying to make it a whole big, like, hoopla scare. It's just like, good fucking lord. W flag. Though I technically have two. Well, three. I got one behind this. I have this one. And then I have another one right here. I technically have a bunch of them all just chilling here. And I also have another one right over here. Here, hold on. That one. So, I got a pretty good amount of flags going on. Alright, so Cuff starting shit. Did you just start some shit? I heard some boofing. What's up, buddy? Oh, look at that face. Look at that little face. How do you feel about the Greens? Well, the Green Party? I mean, I'm not like against them or nothing. I mean, I'm a staunch environmentalist myself. I just, when it comes to the whole electoralism and when it comes to like the whole aspect of getting them as like a third party, isn't really going to work unless we get multi-ranked choice voting and kill the closed primary systems in a lot of different states, like in Oregon. Because if that would be the case, then there will be at least, you know, more momentum and at least a lot more ability, not just for the Green Party, but other parties to have a chance to actually, you know, get a little bit of a, you know, actual victories here and there and some more momentum so they can kill a little bit more of this whole two-party system. But it has such a fucking grip right now, the only real way to break it would have to, you know, implement multi-ranked choice voting and open primaries. Essentially, at least, you know, without officially making them nonpartisan, making a lot of our voting, or at least how we do it, more nonpartisan. Wish the US had an equivalent to Canada's AEVP. Yeah. Or like some sort of like a parliamentary style type of system and shit. And like, you know, a Labour Party like the UK and shit too. Because, I mean, they have, like, the UK's Labour Party has a very rich history, and even then they're having a pretty, the same fight going on that where a lot of progressives and leftists are having with our own, like, quote-unquote, lefty party, you know, here, which is with Democrats, which calling them left is pretty hilarious and more or less a joke. But, you know, they do have at least progressive elements that ostensibly will make them lefty, kind of-ish, supposedly. And, you know, at least, you know, with the UK Labour Party, they're actually having a pretty big flare about it right now because they're having a lot of strikes going on with public transit. Not necessarily with train operators, but mainly with, like, cleaners and sweepers and all sorts of other different jobs that are within the public transit rail industry. And like the RMTs, I think, not just for themselves, but also for the UK, has been having like the biggest strike in over, I think, since like the miner strikes back in the 80s. It is really one strong union leader that I'm fucking loving. That's been a pretty vocal figurehead for the strikes and shit right now. His name's Mick Lynch. And pretty much the entire British media and the entire UK media has been trying to ridicule and undermine him and the fucking picketers every step of the way since it's been going on. And his comebacks and his quips against all of it is just... oh, it's just amazing. God, I wish we had motherfuckers like him around here more often. Like, I'd say the equivalent of him right now would probably be, what's his fucking name? Chris Smalls, I believe his name is. Chris Smalls, the guy with the Amazon Union. Taste of music, movies, books, and food. I mean, I'm a musician myself, so I'm kind of a music generalist. So, I mean, if it sounds good, I like it. Like, I mean, I'm listening to some dark synth, industrial synth right now. I mean, that's one type of thing I'm into. I'm into, like, old labor hymns and shit, because I have a labor songbook that has a bunch of them in here. And, you know, and I'm also, you know, like, you know, at least a lot of my roots tend to be in, like, a lot of classic metal, 60s, 70s, like, protest rock and classic rock, a lot of different, like, blues and shit like that. And then it branched off from there, growing up from, like, to jazz, to, like, folk metal, to death metal, to symphonic metal, all sorts of shit. What do you play? I first started with trumpet, which I haven't really played that much anymore, but I still have it. And I now primarily play bass and regular guitar, which I have my bass right over here. Whoop! Whoop! Oh, hell. And, you know, since I have it, I might as well have it here for a sec. And I also have a 6-string, which I need to replace the D-string to, which I have right here. You can see my D-string is unfortunately not there. And also, I need to get another nut for the bottom here, because it's missing. When my friend was messing with it last time, he was playing it, somehow that fell off and I've yet to find it. Him and I noticed it fell, we were looking for it and just haven't found it, so I'm just gonna get another one. What am I listening like? Fuck, that's like legit kind of a tough question, because I like a lot of them. You might like Brutal Truth and Misery Index. I don't think I've heard either of them. Though, I do like, I mean, a lot of my kick lately has been, at least metal-wise, has been Nailbomb, Rammstein, Rage Against the Machine, Death Angel, Testament, early Megadeth, specifically, Dio, Iron Maiden. Saw them live twice, and I'm gonna see them a third time in September. And, fucking Black Sabbath, fucking, Anthrax. I guess to a degree, Suicidal Tendencies is a metal band, but they're more of like an alternative metal in a sense, but also kind of like punk metal. It's a little generic, but Rise Against is what got me into protest music. Rise Against. I mean, it's not that generic. Here, I know I have my pick somewhere. I knew I had the pick around here somewhere. Where did I put it? There you are. Death Grind Band with some noise moments. Here, let me show you a tune. You know what? Here, I'll make sure by get my tuner, which is what the fuck's tuner? Wow. The one time I actually need it, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Where is it? You know what? I could do it by ear at least, as long as it all sounds like it's in tune. That's not. Oh, hold on. Let's see if it's. There we go. Low octaves. Some octaves. I do know a couple of songs, mainly on my 6th string, but I know there's been a couple of times before where I've had him on bass, but it's been a minute. I know I could do I'm pretty sure it's a Katusha. Oh, yeah, I kind of know it. Need to kind of practice a little more with that, but it has been kind of a minute since I've been playing with the bass. But it's because it's a lot more of a thicker strings in comparison, so it's, you know, a lot easier to kind of play via 6, and plus I've been a little bit more acclimated to that. Definitely better than me. Couldn't play guitar to save my life. Well, honestly, it really isn't too hard. I mean, honestly, how I kind of got better at playing six string was playing bass. So, I mean, it's not really, like, once you kind of figure out how to, you know, do some of the more, at least especially with acoustic, at least, with some of the techniques on it, then it's easy to interchange that. About 90 Seattle bands, like Nirvana. I mean, frankly, that's the only one I know. But I like Nirvana. Oh, is there a... Nope, can't got some malt. Shit. Boop. And boop. I like Soundgarden and Alice in Chains. Oh. These bands are my childhood. Oh, like Alice in Chains, Soundgarden. Yeah, I like Soundgarden, Alice in Chains. I know Alice Cooper is to Seattle, but he also was like another one that kind of popped up in my head. But I also saw him live not too long ago, too. Stanley, not Duvall. Yeah, Pearl Jam. I wasn't like the... I guess I'm not like the biggest fan, but like I do vibe with some Pearl Jam. I guess it's just because I haven't really listened to too much of their music. But I know at least, you know, like their main and radio hits and a couple others, but not necessarily by like full on memory. I could just recognize them if I heard them. Dawn, you sleepy boy. Look at you. Especially like Alice Cooper is new rock conservative. I don't know. I also don't know anything about Alice Cooper's politics. I know when I saw him live, you know, despite his age of being at like fucking 70-something, I was just like, Jesus, he doesn't look like it. Or necessarily like, you know, act the age, so to speak. I mean, he's, you know, because he was still kind of like running around, rocking around everywhere and shit. Doing all sorts of stuff. And I was just like, Jesus. I used to like Kid Rock until he became an alt-right douche. Well, I guess, I mean, for me, honestly, I feel like I feel just slightly more enlightened just because, like, Jesus Christ. I've never really, frankly, have liked any of that music, honestly, from him. It's just like, ugh. Or Ted Nugent, either. Frankly, when it comes to the whole, like, country vibe, you gotta get, like, some, like, Hank Williams or, like, some fucking Wheeler Walker Jr. or some shit. But some actually, like, good country. Because I fucking love Wheeler Walker. Like, his shit's so fucking great. It sounds like it's just kind of like, you know, your typical fucking country shit, but it is raunchier than shit, and I love it. Plus, he's kind of like a bisexual queer rights activist, too. And very open about it, too. So, I mean, he's actually a legit really cool dude. I'm sure you'll allow me just prop country after I get out there. I'll just send you some. I'm pretty sure I have before. I mean, when it comes to at least Wheeler Walker, I'm sure I can at least play like a little bit of a good one. I like old country. Wheeler Walker has a little bit of that vibe. Alright, hold on. We're just gonna kind of go like right around here. Man was such a jerk. Why Narco is in his house? Get his wife's pussy and I kicked his ass. So, I mean, see, raunchy as shit. And also near the end of it, it gets to a part where it's like, suck dick, kicking ass. I mean, it gets to a point where it suddenly switches it up a little bit. It's such a fucking awesome song. And just like New Country, all about drinking beer, pottery, shooting your guns, and F-150s, and having your wife cheat on you with some other feller. Yeah. Here's, like, I'll play, like, a little bit of some modern Wheeler Walker. Here, let me find a good one. This one's a good one. Wait, hold on. God damn it. It's too many good ones. You know, it'll be, yeah, we'll do this one. Here, we'll just skip around here. Perfect timing! Perfect timing, actually. I mean, yeah, I guess it is about drink beers and stuff, but you know what? Hey, there's pussy involved. Not exactly radio friendly. But that's why I actually like this kind of country, because it's more raunchier, and thus, like, Wheeler Walker has a lot more creative liberty. Like, there's another song called God Told Me to Fuck You. God told me to fuck you. Oh my god, that's a fucking good song. Dude, Wheeler Walker Jr. is so fucking great. Legit, you would actually get a kick out of him. What's up, baby? What's up, bud? You know, if anything, I'm actually kind of curious of what Wheeler Walker probably has to say with some of this shit. All things considered. With the whole Roe v. Wade thing, and then, like, with a bunch of the, you know, different states, you know, going against career right activism and shit like that. I'm sure there's probably something at it. I'm sure I can find a little something. Little bud bubble. Look at you. You sweet little thing. Oh, well, I should probably get going to work here. You know what? Before I get totally going, I should probably button this up. Button the shirt up. Button the shirt up. Delay more time, because I don't give a fuck. Yeah, that's good enough. Do I have my sunglasses, actually? That'd be kind of nice to have when I go out there. I do not have them immediately accessible. Boo. Yeah. Oh, I know where they're at. I know where my glasses be. I'll just pick them up when I have to put them away. Oh, I see what you're doing. You're trying to get that fly that's buzzing around. You silly dog. A friend of mine said they sell mid at dispensaries in Oregon. Is this true? Mid? I mean, I'll stick around for one more so I could answer this. When it's like in Oregon? Pretty chill. But, nah. They're actually tend to be pretty mild. They're pretty cool. But, medium grade weed. Well, mid. Oh, well, yeah. They have high tier, mid tier, and lower tiers. So, yeah, they got that shit. Edibles, cartridges, vapes, fucking wax, yeah, fucking name it. RHO, like little like body oils and shit like that, all sorts of things. But anyway, gonna head off to work, go do the old work grind and all that fun shit. So I'll be back later tonight. All that fun shit. So peace out, and of course,